What's up, guys? It's your boy Fig here. Welcome to the rabbit hole. So, today we're going to talk about, I guess, just what's on my mind concerning like mental health, specifically for veterans, of course. Um, but I think a lot of it just kind of obviously applies to everyone, and anyone who's suffers from depression or any kind of mental health stuff. um, I want to encourage you, especially during this time of forced isolation and things like that, to actually come out and speak up. A lot of times we're a little too, whether it's pride that prevents us from saying anything or guilt that prevents us from saying anything. It's important to talk about these things, so we don't just bottle them up and uh, end up either lashing out at others or lashing out at ourselves. um, so I know for me, it's been a long issue with not wanting to speak up about my own stuff because I was afraid of the stigma that comes along with it. I mean, I've had it before where a lot of veterans understand when you do like the health questionnaire, right? And a lot of times we just kind of put down whatever bullshit to get it done with, so we don't have to deal with any more questions and whatever, like what answer is going to have the least questions. I know for me that's what I've done a lot, because then it's like when I did answer truthfully on those things, this one time in particular, they called me up to the hospital. They had someone escort me to the hospital. Like, I don't know how to fucking get to the hospital. I don't need a goddamn escort, you know. And when I sat down with the psychologist, it was more like a police interrogation. I felt like I was on a criminal. I was backed up on my heels, on defense the whole time. So I get it. I understand why a lot of us do decide not to speak out and not to speak up about the things that we're dealing with. And sometimes we get into a spot where we are using certain things as like an anchor, to deal with our stuff. But then when that anchor is no longer gone, or is no longer there, or it's gone, or it's ineffective, what do we do? I've been there where I used alcohol to try to help me get through shit, but that became very ineffective, especially if I was by myself and at home. That's why, like, I don't drink at home anymore. I don't typically have alcohol at home, because of that, because of where it takes me, especially when I'm in that mindset. And so if I do drink, I'm out with buddies having a good time. It's more socialized. So I'm not going down that rabbit hole, right? So and for me, my kids have been my anchor a lot. They're probably the reason I'm around still. And so it gets hard in these times, though, when my kids are not with me. My kids live with their moms, and somewhat far away. And so especially during this time of forced isolation, and all I got is video conferencing with them or a phone call. And it's better than nothing, but it's not the same as having them in person and playing with them and talking with them. And so it gets tough, especially in times like this. And I encourage everybody, if you're in this isolation and you're having a difficult time, you gotta reach out. You gotta find someone to talk to. I'm lucky enough to have, who I would consider my best friend, Ali Brown. He's my boy, and he's always there for me, man. Like, I give him a call, and boom, he's on the spot. If he can't talk right then, he's talking shortly after whatever he's done doing with what he's doing. And I try to be there for him too, whenever he needs it. And so I encourage you, as veterans and just as people who deal with this stuff in general, have those people that you can reach out to. Be understanding that, we're not able to always talk right at that moment. So try to have the patience to wait a little bit, or have multiple people that you might be able to call or text and talk to about what you're dealing with at that time. A part of me has always felt kind of guilty, I guess like a survivor's guilt. I've had buddies who have gotten seriously injured and or died, and a part of me is like, well, if I was there, maybe things could have been different, or maybe it could have been me instead of them. And oddly enough, I don't think about that as a bad thing. I think about that as a good thing, like sacrificing my life, I guess, for their life. But so in any case, it's good to be able to have people to reach out to. And I encourage anyone, if you have not talked to the VA about a rating or anything like that, make sure you do. I understand, and for a long time, it's taken me this long. I got out of the Marine Corps in 2006, and it's taken me this long to look at trying to get a rating and trying to get the actual help that I need. So I encourage you guys to do that. If you need help, I definitely recommend going to VA. Was it Insiders? Yeah, VA Insiders, to help you out, as I'm going through them right now, because it is kind of a crazy process. And so it's good to have people who have been there and who have been researching this for, I don't know, 10 or so years, to help, right? People who know how it goes. And I'm not getting paid to throw them out there like that. I'm just saying, like, as vets, we need to help each other out, yeah, I know it could definitely be trying in this time of isolation. There's a lot of confusion out there about the virus and about, everything that's going on. A lot of misinformation, a lot of contradicting information, even from the experts, right? Like, even experts are being contrary on this shit. So where do we turn to? How do we know what to think, what to do? Fuck, dude, I don't know. Like, just turn to each other, so that's all I got right now, guys. I just felt like I needed to get this off my chest, off my heart, and reach out. And if anyone has any issues or whatever, hey, feel free to send me a message, man. And I'll respond as I can. So, like I said, we gotta look out for each other, okay? And speaking of looking out for each other, make sure you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, all right? It'll really help my channel out. Make sure you comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that way you guys get notified every time a video's being posted. And make sure you share it too. Go to the website, please. Go to the store. Like I said, the purchases on my store go to helping out homeless veterans and homeless children. So, and I plan on anytime I get something, you know, I'm gonna do a video on it so that way you guys can see where your money's actually going to, not like Red Cross that blows all their money on their fucking CEO, right? Anyways, if you guys are having an issue, please reach out. Have buddies, you know, reach out to me. Call the 800 numbers. Like there's so many resources now for veterans. There's a lot out there. So don't be quiet. Speak out. Okay? Catch you on the flip side.